And this morning on Summer Spotlight, we are outside of the studio talking a little bit about a Regency-era performance coming here to South Bend. So without further ado, we are introducing Pride and Prejudice in the best way I know how, by physically showing you what you can see and expect here this weekend. So I would like to introduce Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth Bennett, better known here in the Michiana as Wes and Michaela Lantz. Okay, you two, I'm going to let you take it away.
Perhaps Miss Elizabeth will then seize the opportunity to show us a fling. Simple seeming, but difficult in the execution. Will you say, Miss Elizabeth?
You wanted me, I know, to say yes, that you might have the pleasure of despising my taste, but I always delight in cheating a person out of their premeditated contempt. I have therefore made up my mind to tell you I do not want to dance a reel at all, and now despise me, if you dare. And is Mr. Darcy not to be laughed at?
The wisest and best of men may be rendered ridiculous by a person whose first object in life is a joke.
Certainly there are such people, but I hope I am not one of them. I hope I never ridicule what is wise and good. Follies and nonsense, whims and inconsistencies do divert me, I own, and I laugh at them whenever I can. But these, I suppose, are precisely what you are without.
Perhaps that is not possible for anyone, but it has been the study of my life to avoid those weaknesses which often expose a strong understanding to ridicule.
Such as vanity and pride.
Yes. Vanity is a weakness indeed, but pride, where there is a real superiority of mind, pride will always be under good regulation. I have faults enough, but they are not, I hope, of understanding. My temper I dare not vouch for. It is, I believe, too little yielding and perhaps resentful. My good opinion, once lost, is lost forever.
That is a failing indeed, but you have chosen your fault well. I really cannot laugh at it. You are safe from me.
There is, I believe, in every disposition a tendency towards some particular evil, a natural defect which even the best education cannot overcome.
And your defect is a propensity to hate everybody.
And yours is willfully to misunderstand them.
Get it, Elizabeth! You two, I have never been so close to a performance in my life, and I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh, I'm like sweating. That was awesome. Well, first and foremost, you two absolutely killed that. And just sitting on a couch here in t-shirts, I mean, my goodness, Michiana. Aaron, for anybody at home who's like, Summer, what on earth are we doing right now? Tell me a little bit about what Pride and Prejudice is and what we could expect.
Sure. Pride and Prejudice is one of the two classics in the Courtyard shows that we're having. We have both Pride and Prejudice and A Midsummer Night's Dream. Many of the cast members are in both shows. We kind of call it in rep. And we're doing it at the library, the main library branch. The new renovation has just created this beautiful courtyard space. And so we thought, what better way to celebrate summer, Shakespeare and summer, you know, doing our beautiful Jane Austen plays. It's just such a fun way to celebrate a beautiful summer season in downtown South Bend.
And honestly, the weather this week is supposed to play such a good part in that. Macy's been tracking really nice, warm weather for everybody. For you two, though, performing in a courtyard, I mean, let alone here in a new studio, I mean, that's got to be so different. How are you handling that change?
So it's been a lot more walking than I ever banked on with getting into this production. We use the entire space. It's not just like what you would expect, just the front of the stage. We're walking through the audience. We're walking around the audience. We're up on the blocks around the audience. We're utilizing various doors to enter and exit. So it's really sort of a fully immersive experience. It's really neat.
Mm-hmm.
And can we please highlight, okay, did you guys notice the accent change as well? Wes, can you please highlight a little more of this Regency-era style to what you're doing? Because I feel like learning an accent, let alone a script, is a huge undertaking.
So I've actually, the British accent is the one that I've been acting since college. So the British accent is one that's always been pretty natural to me. What's hardest about the Regency sort of thing is the posture and the bearing you have to bring. Like, one of the things our director, Dawn, keeps getting on us is bow, because the bow and curtsy thing when you see people and then when you're leaving a scene, I always forget. And especially as Darcy, you cannot forget the decorum. So it's the bearing, it's the carrying. That's the hard part for me. Like, the accent is just, I've always been able to do that. But Regency era, it's its own thing. Even in, like, when you think of like classical theater, like you think of like Oscar Wilde or Shakespeare or something like that, Regency era is its own beast when it comes to decorum and rules and manners and who you can talk to and who you can make eye contact with and all that stuff.
I know. Is the facial hair a part of it, or is that just your normal everyday look?
No. I had a friend come up to me like, is that a personal choice? I'm like, no, not on your life. No, these are definitely just for the show, and they're coming off as soon as the show closes.
Yeah, you're getting that inside scoop here this morning on Summer Spotlight. Now, Aaron, too, can you touch on me a little bit? Where did my train of thought go? I lost it on facial hair. That was so good. Aaron, can you tell me, you guys have already had a few performances. This Friday is the last one at 7 p.m. What has that turnout been like, and what are you hoping from the community?
It's great. I mean, we've had over 100 people at every performance, which is great. I mean, we say about 150 probably maxes out the venue. So, yeah, get your tickets now, sbct.org. We have one more show of Pride and Prejudice on Friday night, and that is after the heat wave ends.
Yes.
So that's good. Don't worry. Look at we saw the weather just a bit ago, and yeah, it'll be in the 80s. It'll be beautiful, and then the weekend is going to be even better. And so Saturday and Sunday will be the last two performances of Midsummer Night's Dream.
Perfect. So get out this Friday. I'll have all the information that you need over on our website, abc57.com, as well as sbct.org. And quickly here, Michiana, I don't have a lot of time left, but I really wanted to congratulate both Wes and Michaela. They have been married now for 3 months. We've been chatting all morning about how I'm getting married here in like 20 days. You guys, congratulations from our community, and I can't wait to see you guys this Friday. Again, for all that ticket information, head to our website, abc57.com. Aaron Nichols with the South Bend Civic Theatre, Wes and Michaela Lantz with the theater as well. Head out to see them this Friday in person for that last performance, again at 7 p.m. And stay with us. We'll be right back after this.